So today I woke up rather lonely, right? And that doesn't actually happen as much as you think it would for a 27-year-old single man who is a pizza boy with two cats. And it was also after a 2-hour nap that I took at about 5 p.m. or so I'm guessing that definitely didn't help either. But this sort of got me thinking about how important the very beginning of your day is, and how that it almost sets the mood for your entire day just based on even the first 30 minutes. If I were to ask you how you started most mornings, I'm sure the majority of answers would be to grab your phone, check all your notifications, probably scroll for way too long. And I'm guilty of that too, right? I wouldn't be able to talk about it if it didn't actually happen to me. Perhaps you hit snooze on your 5 alarms. And by the way, if you have more than one alarm set, I hate you. Just set your alarm for the last alarm that you set, okay? Just set it for that time. Stop hitting snooze. No one wants to hear 5 alarms. Some easy, quick advice I have to solve both of those problems would be to, before you go to sleep, make sure that you leave your phone somewhere in the room with you so that you can still hear it, but far enough away that you'd have to get up out of bed and shut the alarm off. A lot of the times for me, solving that very first battle of the day sets me up for extreme success for the rest of the day. But alas, we're all human and no one is perfect, so not every day are we going to start as winners, and not every day is going to start out with great positive feelings that provide you with motivation. And those are the days that are the most important. Those make the true difference. When I woke up with that sadness, I'll admit it had me down for a little while, but it also invoked some strong desires for change. It was sort of a motivator in a way. I took a nighttime trip right after to Chick-fil-A, and instead of letting the dark thoughts destroy me while I was driving there, I looked at the gym and thought about going more. You have to use your dark and negative thoughts for you. They're usually not whole truths, and you know what you have to do and what you can do to change your self-image and destroy these negative thoughts. So I had arrived at the Chick-fil-A and paid, and fortunately afterwards I had stopped at the end of the parking lot to stir up my lemonade before I left, because the girl working there who had took my card to pay had forgotten to give it back, and she ran up and returned it, and we had a nice laugh about the situation. Pulling off, I'd noticed how even that slight social interaction almost completely destroyed the dark thoughts and brought light and happiness into my life. And that was just a 5-second laugh about an almost screw-up, but of course, that feeling faded, and when I arrived home knowing that I was getting close to my self-set deadline of a Friday for a new talking video, these dark thoughts intruded again and made me think to myself about how pointless making the video seems. Thinking these dark thoughts like, who do I think I am? Nobody cares what I have to say and it's not worth it. And I sat on those thoughts for a few minutes, and ironically, they became the video topic. I used what was supposed to hold me back to do the opposite. And as soon as I started recording voice lines for the video here, the thoughts almost immediately disappeared. And I know after the video goes live, the high feeling of posting it will come along with it. Take those dark thoughts, remember them distinctly, write them down, something, and use them to propel yourself forward. You gotta fight through the pain, because nothing in life comes easy, and especially nothing that's actually worth achieving. Those dark thoughts are never gonna go away. No matter how successful you become, there will always be some kind of insecurities, some kind of doubt, some kind of negative voice inside of you. And being determined to go against those thoughts is the only way that you can end up winning. The best thing to do is to use them as fuel to keep yourself going. If you can do this, then these thoughts can actually become an asset for you, because no matter what, you'll never be satisfied, and you can use that to keep going. Determination can be built up and improved. You just gotta put the work in.